There we go. I have cleaned the small poop. Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is BestInSlot and we are back playing Zoo Tycoon 2, and yes, in case you can't tell, some things have changed a little bit. Not much, I must say. What I've done is basically map out where the remaining sections of the zoo are going to go. So, we've got our Jurassic Jungle kind of completed on this bottom right hand side. I've pulled the path up a little bit. This middle section I think is going to be Cretaceous, and this left-hand side is going to be Triassic. And we're going to kind of work in a counterclockwise, or I don't really know how we're going to work it, but the next one we're going to work on is this top right-hand section, which is going to be the Ice Age exhibit kind of thing. Now, this is going to be all Ice Age creatures, whether they lived in a polar environment or not. I already know what the first creature we're going to go for is going to be. And in the top left, this is where we'll have our little aquarium kind of area. I've got some really cool ideas for the aquarium area. I'm really excited to get to that one. The whole thing is going to be basically one big-ass exhibit. I've got some plans. We'll see what happens. But yeah, that's pretty much the plan. This path is going to come a little bit further forward. I think what we might do as well is have a little... I'll get the old Paffaroonie out so you guys can see what the hell I'm doing. I think we're going to have like a little stop here in the Triassic, where you can get on a boat, and that boat will take you down the river. You can also get off sort of down here, and that's like another way of getting across the park. There'll be a bridge here that sort of goes over the top of it, and I'm thinking what we might be able to do is put like a small dinosaur here as kind of part of the introduction to the Triassic exhibit. A little Triassic dinosaur here, maybe you walk through the pen and it's over the top, or something like that. Anyway, a little Triassic dinosaur pen there that you walk past on your way to the main Triassic thing over the river. I thought it needed something. I know it looks like an absolute mess right now, but as we go around and fix these exhibits, it'll look a little bit better, although that over there is slightly triggering me. So give me a second, hop into the habitat, just do that, pull that down. Lovely jubbly, and I believe we used this. Cool. And we may have to change this stuff, and I know the path looks messy, but the path is literally there just to outline the exhibit, pretty much. And that's what we're going to work on today. We are going to start our Polar Icecap exhibit area. So, you'll go through the Jurassic Jungle, or the Triassic. Either both will lead into here eventually. And let's, yeah, that'll do. You walk down here, blah, 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 you come out of there for the... Oh, that is a terribly placed bench there, BestInSlot. What are you doing with your life? Don't ask that question. Let's move that out of the... No, it's not that one. It's this one. Let's move that over... There. Okay. So you go down here. You've had a little look at all the dinosaurs in here. We've had our Ceratosaurus, our Allosaurus, our Compsognathus, our Diplodocus, and... what will eventually also be a Dryosaurus once I find a decent mod out there. And you walk down here, and you go to Bridge Bit. And this is very much meant to emphasize the polar idea. You know, I really wanted this area to feel a little bit different. So we're going to use sort of polar ice caps and a different side fence. I really want to keep the path and stuff, but this stuff here, this wooden log kind of fencing, we're going to swap that out for something else in the polar. I kind of want it to feel the same, but different. And the basic grass texture and stuff is obviously this polar stuff. This will, 99% of this is going to get replaced anyway. But what I really like the idea of as well is each exhibit, the edge of it at least, is going to look like the snow is kind of creeping in. So it's like the world is being taken over by this ice age, and even if you live in sort of the warmer habitats down in the south, or as is the case with our first creature in like a wetlands kind of environment, the snow is still moving in, and it's kind of going to tie the whole place together in this creeping snow kind of atmosphere. And I've put a little path down here as well, just so you can get over here. Got a little glass bit here, and that lets you look into the Allosaurus exhibit. I was here a minute ago actually, and they were both in there, so I don't know where the hell they've gone, but they were there a second ago. Anyways, that is the basic start of the polar thing. I know when you walk down here, obviously it looks a bit weird right now, but again, as we add more stuff, it all kind of comes together. The Jurassic area is feeling really good, just really tightened. I don't like that map. I'm going to get rid of that map. But it feels like a zoo, you know? It's just all these little paths that link together and little ways to view all the different exhibits, and it's all interesting and unique, and I'm very proud of it. I'm not going to pretend otherwise. I think we've done good work here, folks. Just little bits like this, you know, it's all come together into a really nice thing. I've got to admit, I've been a little nervous just starting this next zoo off, just because I'm really happy with the Jurassic Zoo. I think it really, really works, and I'm terrified that everything I build from this point on is going to be rubbish. Anyways, we'll never know unless we try. So, the first creature we are going to play with today is the Toxodon. Now, the reason I'm going for this, I don't have a particular love for Toxodons, but I really, really like the model and the texture. I think that's, look at it, that is next level. That is really high quality. So, that's what I want to play with. That is a tropical savanna creature. If we can find another tropical savanna, or even just a small Ice Age creature to go in the exhibit, just kind of like the Dryosaurs with the Diplodocus, we'll definitely do that as well. But this isn't going to be a big exhibit. This is your opening gambit for the Ice Age exhibit, as it were. I think our big thing is going to be a big woolly mammoth exhibit down here, like the woolly mammoth plains, and then we'll have some other little things in there as well. And we're going to do a Smilodon exhibit, because I was Googling for exciting zoo exhibits, because I want interesting way of viewing these exhibits, as we know. And I saw something that I believe the Philadelphia Zoo did, where basically they had a big cat exhibit split into two, and there was an elevated path between the two that the cats could climb up to and walk through. So basically, my plan is we're going to have the Toxodon exhibit here on the right-hand side, and then as you walk forward, there'll be a Smilodon exhibit there, and they will be able to climb up and climb over. So as you're walking down this central path, as you're drowning, as you're walking down the sort of central path of the polar exhibit, you'll see Smilodons walking over above you. You probably won't, in all honesty, because that's kind of how the world works. That kind of thing just doesn't work in Zoo Tycoon 2. But the idea is that you'd look up and you see a Smilodon crossing over from one exhibit to the other, which I think is a really cool idea, and I'd like to thank Philadelphia Zoo. If you're watching this video for some reason, I'd like to thank you for the idea, because it is brilliant. It is inspired. It makes me want to go to Philadelphia. So, let's get started. We're not going to do anything particularly special for the Toxodon. Just because, oh, that's actually wrong, isn't it? Is that wrong? No, that's right. Just because it's, it's the first exhibit, I just kind of want to do something, I just want to get it in, I just want an animal. And I don't want to take up too much space. Is that going to be enough for a Toxodon? No, considering my plans, no. Okay, that's too small, right? That's mean to the Toxodon. I need less room on this right hand. I don't need all this room over here. The idea is I'm going to block off this right hand side a little bit. Do what we've been kind of doing quite a lot. I'm going to have like a little area here where you can walk down and you can go inside. However, that means I don't need this wall at all. Toxodon's like the first completely, probably safe creature we've had, because it's a smaller herbivore. Something we've not actually had in the park so far. We've had carnivore, Stegosaurus, yes, but it's a Stegosaurus. As we've seen in the Lost World, a Stegosaurus can definitely kill you. So, I think we're going to make this match on both sides. So what we're going to do is pull that, let's get rid of this wall here. Make this a interesting shape for reasons. Pull it out to, about there. How big's that? I am conscious of the lack of room I have, but I've only got in mind 3 exhibits right now, so there we go. A nice little weird shape. Why not make it weird, eh? Why the hell not? I'll pull that up there. That's big enough, isn't it? And we'll have like a little sheltered bit down here at the back. Something nice and simple. Just to kick things off. What we need to do as well, we need to find a fence to replace my lovely... I really like these like little log fences things. It's very much fits the theme of the Jurassic Jungle. But we're not in the Jurassic Jungle anymore. We're in the little polar bit. So we need like a supplement fence that's going to do the same kind of thing, like a little... a fence to keep the people out rather than to keep the creatures out. And I wanted it to be vaguely polar themed, if at all possible. Now I know there are polar fences in the game, but I've got a horrible feeling that they all suck, so... Oh, you're bendy. No, why would you be bendy? Oh, I quite like the Chinese one. It doesn't fit at all, but I quite like it. Bendy. Can you stop being bendy? You're all bendy. You're all terrible people. If you're bendy, you're just a bad person. All people who do yoga are terrible, terrible people. I quite like that fence, actually. I really like that. I think that's quite... It's got like a nice polar aesthetic to it. However, I think this is going to be more appropriate. Oh, stop being bendy! Ugh! It's fine, but it's not really. It's mildly depressing. Oh, you're massive. Do we have like a small version of this rock? Yes. Because it's, I mean, it's a polar thing, right? You'd expect it to be, ugh, not that though. Ugh, terrible. Maybe I like this more. Oh my god, that's huge! Look at it! Do we like this? I don't know. It's got like a very, oh, maybe I like that. Imagine if every exhibit here had this kind of wall. It's got a very penguin exhibit feeling to it, doesn't it? I think what I have to realise is that this wall sucks. And it needs replaced. I don't think this works, this bulgy, weird stuff. So I think we need to find an alternate fence. I think we go back to the stone. And we can replace this in parts with a little bit of glass instead, you know? I am struggling, guys, in case that wasn't really obvious. The fact that I've mentioned it like 5 times now. I think I need to get the first exhibit done, and then I can kind of relax, and, you know, the other stuff will kind of come a little bit more naturally. It's just 'cause I didn't really have an idea for this one. It's just kind of... I kind of had an idea, and then as soon as I started to work on said idea, it kind of faded and died and cried itself to sleep at night. Okay, no, it's fine. I'm much happier with this now than I was about 2 seconds ago. I think we do need to replace some of this brick wall with glass, but now that I think that wall's there and it kind of sticks out, this kind of leads you through much more naturally, which is obviously a pretty good thing. And it's going to look better when we put trees and stuff and make it into an actual exhibit. So, let's get some glass. Do I have any sort of available? Make my life easy, that'd be nice. No, oh, maybe. No, that would be silly. Oh, that's what I need. Low glass fence. Is that the same height? Yep. I mean, Toxodon's not going to break out of there, is he? Toxodon's a nice creature. And when it's a nice creature, we should take the opportunity to make sort of friendly exhibits, you know? Ever the optimist, me, I tell you, ever the optimist. I mean, you can kind of see the same amount even through that, but I think the glass does help a little bit, and it'll change when we add some trees and stuff like that in a second. It's going to make a big difference. Let's lower that down. Right, biome. It is tropical savanna, which is quite obviously a fairly natural thing to have in combination with the polar ice, but we are going to make it look like a tropical savanna that has been made icy. That is the plan. And we are gonna make it happen, folks. So the idea is, right, we got that. That's fine. Whatever. Lovely. Now we go back to polar ice. We're gonna go ice and snow. We're gonna make that small, and we're just gonna even smaller than that, I think. Smaller? Smaller? Okay, 1 is too small, apparently. 2 is not. 2 is the smallest it goes. Okay. Sometimes it kind of pops out weirdly. Heard that before. Am I right? And as always, this will kind of look more natural once it's got trees and stuff kind of blending it in there. Oops, daisy. Maybe just a little patch here and there. That to me looks like a grassy thing that's kind of, you know, it's seen a bit of winter and it's kind of thawing out a little bit maybe, but it's not quite there yet. Yeah, kind of what I'm looking for. I want to connect those together without a big splodge if possible. The game seems to struggle whether it wants to be a big splodge or not. I'm kind of unsure as to what its criteria is for whether it's time to go splodgy or not. Like, not splodgy, splodgy. Okay. Right, rocks. No, you're not. No, they're rubbish. No, you're not having those. I'm sorry. that is an unacceptable type of rock. These are acceptable. These are nice rocks. These are unassuming rocks. You know, they could be from anything. That's what I look for in my rocks. Unassumability. I don't think I've ever said that sentence before, but hey ho, there we go. The good thing about this set is actually that there's just so many of them, and so many different ones that we can use, that we can really mess around with the shapes and just... Oh, look at it. It's a massive collection. It's awesome. I don't really want to put massive ones at this side just because it'll block the view. It's blocking the viewpoint. Oh god, no. Terrible. Ugh. Is blocking the viewpoint that bad a thing if it's only like there, let's say? I think that's fine. The only problem with this set maybe is that there's not really any small ones. I need like a teeny... I need some teeny tiny rocks. And I think that's like as teeny tiny as they go, and it's not that teeny tiny. It's moderately teeny tiny, but it's not super teeny tiny. And super teeny tiny is kind of what I'm looking for here. Trees. What trees do you like? Okay, you allowed some of those, but now I'm going to have to give you some sort of dead-looking trees as well, okay? Just a nice little mix. And what we'll do is we'll use the same Christmas tree. We can have like a little Christmas section! I was thinking, I need something in this middle path, right? Like here. Just because I don't want it to go... Because we can't go straight into the Smiles on exhibit because there's no room on the right-hand side. So we'll do like a little Christmas bit with a tree and some candy canes and... Yeah, why the hell not? It's been Christmas recently. Let's enjoy Christmas. Okay, cool. I love my dead trees. What's that? I quite like that as well. What I need is like a normal tree that looks a bit more like these. What is it again? I need a pine tree. Just like a normal, non-snowy pine tree. If it's all possible. Yes. It's not really tropical savannah anymore, let's be honest, but yeah, he'll get over it. They'll get over it. They love me, it's fine. Toys, what do you like? Yeah, go on then, I'll give you one of those. No, maybe a tar pit's more appropriate. I think a tar pit's more appropriate. Tar pit's got a very big Ice Age kind of resonance for me, you know? You don't need a shelter, although if I can get a cool one, maybe you should have one. Maybe, if we put a shelter like... Oh, why are you too wide? If you were one, it'd be... What's this? Yeah. Hay place. A place for hay. Okay, what's this? Oh, okay. I need to include that. It's really good. Do I? It's a house. Why is it just... What? I want all these things in my park. I don't see any way to realistically do this. I love it though. We're using this at some point in our life. We are using this. I'm kind of tempted. I can't think of a realistic way to do this. I think it's okay as it is. This new hay is much nicer than the CRG stuff. It still doesn't feel that much like a bedroom though, does it? We need to put some food in there. Just like all of our bedrooms. Yeah, I'm sure they'll bitch about that for various reasons, but hey ho. Plants. We need some nice plants just to kind of... This is really going to help the blending. God knows I love blending. And that dude on that video says, will it blend? I'm there in the background shouting, yes it goddamn will, trust me son, it'll blend. Oh, it'll blend. Okay. It feels a bit small, all of a sudden. Like it was fine, and now it's tiny. But I guess that makes sense. I might just get rid of the... No, I really like the little things. Yeah, it's fine. If I just say it's fine, it'll be fine. Yeah, I thought that might not be enough room. Okay, okay, so the solution is to get rid of this. And then pull some stuff out to the edge. It did feel just like not quite enough, you know? And that's kind of cool. It means they might walk down here and then they'll be sort of standing there and you'll walk through. I'm just going to treat them like the cows, basically, right? And that they should be petted and treated like a cow would. In terms of danger, anyway, you know? Let's move some of this stuff out to the side now. I'm probably going to have to add a little bit more savanna to make this make sense. I have really crammed this full of stuff in retrospect. I didn't really realise at the time, but there's probably way too much in this exhibit, considering the size of it. I know that's something I do quite often. I'm very well aware, don't worry. That looks better, though. That looks much better. You okay now, guys? I think so. I'm gonna move some food dishes. Let's just move that to there. Okay, okay, I get it. It's fine. Don't chill. I was just doing it for aesthetic purposes, but if it's gonna be a problem, I will get rid of all of it. You can eat outside like an animal. Right, okay. What I'm gonna do as well is grab some of these and stick like little icebergs in there. They're very pointy, which is a shame, but... Which food dish is the problem? That one you can definitely reach, don't be soft. Okay. Human. Okay, okay. So imagine you're entering... There's a little sign here saying you're... And, oh yeah, I've hid... That's why there's rocks by the banner, because I put the snow machine in there. Obviously lots of stuff here, but you walk over to the right hand side, past the little Icecap bit. It's just a nice little exhibit. There's not much to it, but... Wait, which grass can't you reach? I don't care about the small poop. Nobody cares about the small poop. There we go. I have cleaned the small poop. Right, I think people are trying to get into this exhibit when they shouldn't be. I think I've not been setting them assignments, basically. I think I might change that to this red again. Oh my god, this is why I paused the game. This is insane. Shut up, you can reach it. It's in the freaking middle. Okay. Tell me they're not awesome. Look at that dude. Dudette, I should say. Really cool. The model and the texture is just next level. It really... Stop being bubbly. If I'm going to take a screenshot for the thumbnail, I need to... What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm very confused. What are you doing? I think it's worked. It's got an Ice Age kind of feeling to it. I'm not thrilled about this little walking section yet. I think that maybe needs a little bit of love, but I'm not really sure what I'm going to do about that yet. This bit's fine. Turn to the right, walk down here. What I probably need to do is pull the stone out a little bit. I don't know, I think it's okay. It's not my best work. Well, none of this is my best work. But neither was the Ceratosaurus exhibit, you know? You kind of want to start off with the low-key stuff. You don't want to start off with just an exhibit, you know? I mean, it's alright. I think it's okay. I think I need to calm down. What I think we're going to do, we need... So, yeah, this is how this is going to work. We'll have another exhibit here, quite a small one here. Probably only about that big, so it has to be quite a small creature. Maybe a terror bird of some form would be pretty cool in there. And then... We'll go forward, we'll have a little Christmas tree here with some candy canes and stuff, just in like a little square here. The path will go around there. Come further on, probably actually put it there, and then the path can go there. And then you'll come forward, and then this bit here, this bit here will be two relatively small Smilodon exhibits, because they don't need to be massive, because, you know, because there's two of them. And we'll have a bridge over there, then you'll come forward into the mammoth plains kind of bit, and we'll have like 3 or 4 creatures there. I'm thinking like woolly mammoths, and some mountain elk, some ancient giant elk, maybe some lasmophariums. I know a lot of those don't live together, but whatever. And then we've probably got room for another small exhibit here as well. I think that is pretty much the idea. Won't be that big. I think that's pretty much the idea for the polar area. I really, really like this Smilodon exhibit idea. I think that's going to be really cool. So I don't really mind if these first 2 are a little bit, not boring, but not exactly really interesting, well-imagined exhibits, you know? I think just having this snow as well at the outside of each exhibit is going to make it feel quite, what's the word? I don't know. Ice Agey, I guess. And yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, probably 5 exhibits. Next episode we'll do whatever we want here. So really I'm looking for suggestions from you lovely folks at home. What do we build on this left hand side in about this much room? If not slightly, no, probably less than that. That's going to come forward from there, and then you're going to go forward. So you've probably got about that to work with. So it has to be a creature that can live in a small environment like that. I quite like the idea of using terror birds, because I don't know where else I'm going to ever include them. But something like that. Anything that lived during the Ice Age, anything that lived during the Pleistocene or the era before that I've completely forgotten the name of. How about my phone, actually? My phone loads. Pliocene, of course. Pliocene, Pleistocene, yeah. Either or. And then bam, and then Smilodon, Mammoth, some small exhibit there, Polar exhibit done. 1, 2, 3, 4 exhibits to go, and that will be finitoed. It's going to look good. It's going to look good. I need to calm down. It looks messy now because it's the first exhibit. The first exhibit always looks weird because there's too much empty space, you know? But it's going, eventually, it'll work. When you've got a nice big thing here, you've got a thing here, you look to the right and this there. I think this could do with a wall or being raised up. It's very open plan. An open plan, I think, doesn't actually look good, oddly enough. So maybe I'll put a wall along here to separate out these middle sections. Does that make any sense? We could have like a little arch. It could be like a little Christmas walkthrough kind of thing. I'll think it through. But at the moment, it's going to look something like that. Then you could either walk through here, see all the Christmas stuff, and look at this exhibit, or you go to the right and see this exhibit, and then you just curl around that. It's probably going to look like that. I think doing that really helps. God only knows. Any suggestions, any love from you lovely folks at home, let me know in the comments. I really like these Toxodons though. I think they're awesome. They seem happy with the biome as well. I think this might be my solution for future biomes where the animals are maybe going to be a bit of a problem, is simply to kind of mix 2 biomes together, mix the one that I want in there and add a bit of the one that they want in order to keep them happy. Yeah, they're cool, aren't they? They really are. Let's play the game again. Come over here. Wait. If I pick one up, we'll get to see what that would look like. I'd have to have like a sign saying "Do not feed the animals," otherwise it's gonna bite your hand off. But hello. Yeah, I like it a lot more now. I think I'm pretty happy with it. Let's stick one of them quickly in here. Hiya. You alright? Seem to be struggling a little bit, buddy. Yeah, you're not liking it inside there, are you? There you go. It's fine. It's fine. I think maybe a different coloured path for this bit would benefit. I think it needs separating somehow. I'm not really sure how at this point in time. Maybe what we do, right, if we do that. Maybe? And then do it on the other side and put a path in there as well. I know people keep shouting at me about this, that People can't go through those gates, but I don't care about people. People are stupid. It's about how the park feels when we walk around it. You know? Yeah, I'm gonna try a different coloured path. I'd like, maybe that could be part of the, every area needs a unique thing. Jurassic Jungle has these little patches of jungle and forest popping up everywhere, and it's got these sticky up borders. This area has the snow creeping in on every exhibit, and it maybe has unique little areas of path that look just a little bit different to signify unique view spots, you know, or unique ways of viewing an exhibit, all marked by this unique path. Once I find one I actually don't hate with a passion. Christmas path! We're obviously going to be using that next episode for the Christmas bit. Cracked mud. I want something with a bit of, I don't know, pizzazz, you know? A bit of colour maybe. Bit of colour, but it has to feel... Hmm. Nothing's ever as good as I want it to be. Well, maybe just like that. I think just that maybe helps out quite a lot. I don't know. And what we're also going to do, just pull that out there and grab our elevated path. Again, just little things like that. Just that little jutty out bit adds so much to it. I know it doesn't seem like a big deal, but it is to me. Do I need to do it? I do need to do that on this side as well, don't I? 67 cherry red. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. There we go. Now it looks more like an intended thoroughfare kind of thing and whatever. Right, next episode. Christmas bit, exhibit over here on the left. Thank you for joining me. Cheers, much love. I need to stop doing this. I just need to finish things off and I'm done and leave it alone. Thank you for joining me. Cheers, much love as always. Bye-bye.